Guys, look! I made the text box less transparent and the the, the words easier to see. Hopefully. Our sentimental moment was interrupted by eager footsteps that came racing back toward us. But I didn't mind being interrupted. Michiru and I were both looking forward to all the time the three of us were going to be spending together. After we got changed out of our uniforms, the three of us naturally gathered in my room. Because where else would we fucking go? Oh my god. I can't. Little Michiru sat right next to me, hugging her own stuffed animal with rapturous delight. She'd given it a cutesy nickname, and her eyes were sparkling. So wonderful. She truly was adorable. It was worth agonizing over this present if it had made her this happy. Oh, we did get the picture book? That wasn't established. You're welcome. I see you know how to say thank you and everything, too. Good girl. Who's your good girl? Little Michiru really was such a good girl. She's polite, and I can take her out in public without being embarrassed about her behavior. And the way she happily played with her stuffed animal and flipped through the picture book just as any other child would was just so cute. Yes. Michiru was sat on one side of me, with little Michiru on the other, effectively flanking me from all directions. Michiru smiled, but that smile seemed to be a scheming one. Huh? That wasn't enough? I already thanked you earlier, since, you helped pick out the present and everything. I thought it was unfair if Michiru didn't get a present too, and it was also my way of thanking her for a lot of different things. Michiru showed me a wry smile, and she gently hugged the stuffed animal to her chest. Oh no, this can only end one way. You no, you don't need to do that. She says things so elegantly when she's just trying to say, I want to hug you. You just wanted to do that all along, didn't you? I mean, I wouldn't say it wouldn't make me happy. I mean, it would, but still. Oh. The moment she said that, Michiru latched onto my arm. She hugged me in a different way from hugging her stuffed animal, since she was trying to press her body against me. You would just get in here. Get in this group hug now. She was so close to saying, damn it. Fucking these two. Hey! You don't need to make up a kind of reason for it. If you two are gonna fight over that, I have something to tell you. Nope. No forgiveness. Okay, they're both cute. They both hastily bowed their heads, but they were misunderstanding me. You're both my little sisters, so you don't need to be so restrained. God. As they both look at me mystified, I put my hands on both their shoulders and drew them into my embrace. Oh! I gently combed my fingers through little Michiru's hair, patted Michiru on the back to soothe her, and looked at both of them in turn. You don't need to hold back, so just try to get along, okay? They both nodded yes. Good. They almost got into another quarrel over nothing, but I was glad to see them resolve their differences so quickly. The warm atmosphere made it feel like we were a real family. That was something I hadn't felt in a long time, and it set me at ease. I could read a lot of things. Books, maybe. Yeah, of course. Oh my god. I took my hands off them in order to grab the book, and one of them growled with dissatisfaction. But my hands had to be free to read the book. You guys can lay on my lap if you want. Jeez. Is my... Is my, like, lap big enough for the two of them? I don't think it is. Please no. There's a child in front of us, woman. This is just ordinary physical affection between siblings. Got it? Touch me anywhere weird, and your ass is grass. She is so close to the diddly bopper, guys. I wouldn't think my lap's that comfy. She went for it. There was no waiting. If you don't hurry up, you'll miss out. Come on. She fucking... Oh my god. Stop making weird noises! I suddenly felt a little anxious. Maybe I'd been too hasty here. Should I have went with a different position instead? Oh my god. Nah, never mind. They're just fucking adorable, so this is fine. This is also a good way of convincing them to put aside their differences and stop oh, no. How come every time Dee Dee pops up, I'm always just like, oh no. I don't know. We can hear you, Dee Dee. You're saying this actually really loud. Oh, it's not gonna do another. Nope, didn't think so. Where the fuck am I now? I have no memory of this place. I lost track of time as I enjoyed that happy moment. Little Michiru played enough for today, so it was time for her to go to bed. I listened to what she was doing, and I could tell that she was still playing with the stuffed bear my brother had given her. Wait, I'm Michiru now? Oh my god, the turnaround. I still had the stuffed squirrel that he gave me, which was intended to go together with the one that little Michiru got. Surely, he must have given us these gifts as a way of telling us to get along well. This is so cool. Like, what is happening? What? Hello? Space Marines? Whoa! That was weird. That was, odd. Anyway, little Michiru must feel the love he has for us too. Or he has for us too. Rip. I can sense her happiness. Something is bothering me, however. My birthday is gradually approaching. Oh, I hope I remember. I wonder if this gift will end up courting as my birthday present as well. Oh, I doubt it. No. It's not the time to be worrying about such things. This is so cool but weird. Staying late isn't it's not unhealthy, God. Well, see you later.
のところで寝るからだよ。
なりません。今日は私の部屋で寝るようにと言われていたでしょ。
I was like, those are some bad words to be saying in front of big Michiru. Oh my god.
うなってもダメです。私だって兄様と同じベッドで眠りたいのですから。
I want to do this as much as you do, woman.
むしろ兄様に抱かれて眠りたいのですから。
Oh my god, there will be plenty of time for that later on in the story, I'm sure. The guest bedroom had been prepared for little Michiru, but it seemed she had no intention of sleeping there. Ergo, she would be sleeping in our own rooms until she became accustomed to this place, though she would most likely return to her own time before that.
そもそもみちる、あなたは昨夜も兄様と同衾し、寝顔を拝見し、兄様のお布団で昼寝をしたのでしょ。にもかかわらず、今日もお邪魔するなんて、そんな羨ましくもけしからぬことは許しません。
The fucking just jealousy in her voice is great.
裏山？けしからぬ？
I don't know these words. Alright, little Michiru. Had he not told her to sleep in my room, she would already be crawling into his bed. Most vexingly of all, he did have good intentions to help me get along better with little Michiru.
それじゃあ、みちるも一緒に行く？
Ooh, that's a good plan.
それは
Good plan. That's a good plan. That's what it is. How could this temptation be so hard to resist? Even my younger self is quite a wily creature indeed.
いけません。そんなことは許されません。兄様が一緒に寝るようにとおっしゃっていたのなら、それも許されましたが、私の部屋でと付け加えていました。さすがです兄様。私の行動などお見通しなのですね。
What best laid plans? They're all terrible.
できればもっと知っていただきたいのですが、そう身も心も。
Oh my.
みちる、大丈夫？
You're talking to yourself a lot. Oh dear, just the thought of this has gotten at me excitable. I can't sleep when the flame within me has been lit, so I must calm down and make an effort to convince little Michiru. Were we to go to my dear brother's room, we would only end up bothering him. That is not what he would want. If all three of us slept together, though, I could suggest that for next time. Were we to sleep on either side of him, I imagine he would not object to that.
どうしたの？みちる。
I'm pondering. I'm scheming.
なんでもありませんよ。明日のことを考えていただけです。
We're literally in the mind of Michiru right now.
さて、明日も早く起きなければなりませんし、そろそろ寝ましょうか。
まだ眠くないからご本読んで。
この子は。
No, I've never been read to sleep. Nope. I thought she was well aware that I couldn't see. Also, that's a problem. Or perhaps she did not truly understand what it meant for someone to be unable to see. You know what? That'd be pretty messed up if this whole time, like, the screen was black or like super blurry or something to simulate the blindness, and you're just like, what is happening? That would so be messed up. If that is the case, it could be a problem in the future.
ねえ、絵本読んで。
So it's about time to teach you a little something.
わかりました。少し待っていてください。
Get one of my braille books or something. I'm sure I got one of those. Whoop. Standing up, I went to the shelf and took down a book I had read countless times before. My dear brother had bought little Michiru 3 different picture books, but it was not one of those which I was presently choosing. Nor was it a book written in braille. Oh. I could read it to her because I did not even have to see it to remember its contents. Above all, it all had pictures of its own, so it was certain to make a child happy. Yes.
みちる、 この本でいいですか？
No. Oh, well, there goes my plans.
私はいいけどいいの？
もちろんです。みちる、布団に入ってください。
She was a lovable, obedient little girl. I wanted our brother to tell her that, though. If I told her, well, I would just be complimenting myself. I put that thought aside and returned my focus to the book in my hands.
昔々、とある王国に。
I flipped through the pages as I read out the story that my brother had once read to me. As I did, the memories of that time flowered in my mind. Oh God. It was the time when my world was plunged into darkness. It was the time when I felt nothing but despair at everything and believed that I was truly alone. It was the time when a precious person in my life was able to grant me happiness. While this was all in my past now, it was the future that little Michiru had yet to experience. Remembering that time, my previous frustration with little Michiru disappeared like smoke with the breeze. I could almost feel the anxiety from that time in my life creeping up from the floorboards. Oh, will she become the same as me? Was I such a good girl when I was her age? Will she be able to become the same as me? Or will she shut her heart away from happiness when the light disappears from her world? Does she really have to become the same as me? Is there no way for her to grow up without losing sight of the radiant world around her? That is impossible. That mysterious girl had told us that our meeting would eventually draw to a close, to be remembered as but a dream. Even if I told her about her future, she would forget it. Is there any meaning to telling her then? Would it be alright for me to tell her, even if I believe she would remember it? Maybe. Fucking deep thoughts, man. Oh, don't. Okay, I was like, don't on me right now. Those two are getting along awfully well. Yes, I'm me! Seeing Michiru and little Michiru together, this was far from the first time I found myself making that comment. I had proposed the idea of allowing little Michiru to alternate between sleeping in my room and sleeping in Michiru's room. I wonder if I should have gone with them. It was already late, though, since they were probably already sleeping. An hour had already passed since I last thought of going to see if they were awake, and even then I didn't want to bother them. Ugh.
お主は暇人だな。
You got that right. Same to you. What brings you here at this hour, anyway? The ghost, quote, quote, appeared right as the stroke of midnight.
何？もうしばらくここで待っていろと言いに来ただけだ。
Why?
みちるが起きてくるからだ。
Okay. I tried to ask her what was going on, but she had already disappeared. She's still every bit of a spur-of-the-moment one as ever. Oh, Michiru?
兄様、起きていらっしゃったのですか？
Thanks, Crow. I guess? I was just thinking about stuff. In any case, what are you awake for, too?
私もなかなか寝つけずに、みちるに絵本を3冊も読んでいましたので。
3 of them? Fuck, and it took her that long to fall asleep? Jesus, she was not tired at all. So that's what kept you up this late. Good work! Michiru smiled when I said that, but her face looked kind of tired.
やはり私は幼い子供の相手が苦手なようです。
But this young child is yourself, so you should know exactly what they want.
嫌いではないのですが、二人きりだと対応の仕方がわからず、気疲れしてしまいますね。
Should I put her to bed from now on?
すみません。そういうつもりではなかったのです。これから少しずつ慣れていきますから、心配なさらないでください。
Well, that's good to hear, I suppose, but I stared at Michiru's face. It seemed like she wanted to talk about something else. Anyway, why don't you sit down? Sit down in this chair right over here. I sat on the porch and patted the spot next to me. Oh, that's okay. Sit on the porch.
そうですね。お付き合いいたします。
Oh, and we look up at the night sky. Michiru and I sat next to each other under the light of the moon, basking in the cool evening air, which I wish we had, but it's not, because it's getting summer. We sat in silence, and I didn't rush Michiru to speak about whatever was bothering her. I quietly watched as the stars twinkled. The clouds streamed by, and the wind blew through the trees, and suddenly I felt a warm touch on my shoulder. Michiru had reduced the distance between us by resting her head on my shoulder.
兄様、私は
Michiru briefly hesitated as she slowly began to speak.
私はあの子とどう接するべきなのでしょうか。
Is it too hard to act like her big sister? I mean, if she's you from the past, doesn't that make her the same as the present day you?
どうなのでしょうか。
I mean, not really. People change.
私と違うからこそ親身になれるかが不安なのです。
I didn't expect to hear Michiru say she felt anxious. It never showed in her words or attitude before that
美
moment.
咲さんやみゆさんのように他人なら親しくすることもできます。ですがそれが過去の私なら親身になっていいのかわからないのです。
It couldn't be her blindness that's making her feel so anxious, could it? No, that has to be it.
親しくすればするほどこの目のことを漏らしてしまいそうで、将来のことを伝えてもこの時間のことは覚えていられないそうですが、もしもの可能性がありますから。覚えていられるとしたら伝えることがいい結果につながるのか、その逆なのか。
Oh, you're just too kind, Michiru. I put my hand on Michiru's head, drew her closer, and combed my fingers through her hair.
ありがとうございます。
Was she thanking me for my words or for my actions? I don't know. Either way, Michiru was cute as she snuggled in closer to me, but more than that, she looked very fragile.
ほんのわずかに嫉妬もあります。
Of course you are. Well, in a different sort of way, not the me sort of way. She's jealous because she got her sight. It seems somewhat difficult for her to admit that. Of little
も
Michiru?
しも目のことを伝えて覚えていたらあの子が光を失わない可能性もあるでしょう。
Yeah, see? That's exact. I knew that's the reason why she was jealous. Oh, the sadness.
その未来が今の私と比べて幸せなのか不幸なのかを考えると答えが出ないのです。
Telling little Michiru about her future might heighten her anxiety for that time. Maybe she would be happier if we didn't tell her?
何よりも私があの子の未来を決めてもいいのでしょうか。
Yeah, this is quite a problem. If I met a past version of me, I wonder if I would warn him about the mistakes he would end up making. Or if I met a future version of me, would I ask him to help me avoid any misfortunes which lay in my own future? I could sit there and daydream about it forever, but if it actually happened, my answers to those questions might change. What would I think if I was actually placed in such a situation?
もちろん黒さんのおっしゃる通り全て忘れてしまう可能性の方が高いのでしょう。何を言っても意味がないのかもしれません。ですが
Even Crow herself didn't have a complete understanding of the pocket watch's inner workings, which is weird because she's the guardian of the watch. Little Michiru didn't come from the same timeline as Michiru, which meant we couldn't entirely rule out any possibility. Until Michiru mentioned that possibility, I never gave it a second thought. Just like Michiru, I'd never seriously considered my own past and future before. So, you don't know if you should tell her then? I might have told my younger self without thinking too hard about it. When I really thought about it, though, I couldn't say which was clearly better. What should she do? Ah!
兄様
Gazing at Michiru sitting beside me, the answer came like a bolt of blue. If a dilemma cannot be understood from one's own perspective, perhaps imagining the same situation from another's point of view would suffice. If you were in her place, would you want to be told about the future?
それは
She hesitated for just a moment. If it were me, I'd hesitate to answer that question, but you wouldn't, would you?
そうですね私には不要です
Michiru sighed deeply after responding to my words. When she looked up at me again, there was a soft smile upon her lips.
私の意思で選んだ未来ですからその結果も責任も私のものです
Yeah, I personally wouldn't want to know my future, honestly. If what happens, happens, and you know what I mean?
誰かに未来を決めてほしいとも思いません
That too. Also, if you don't know what's coming in your future, it's always a surprise.
ですから目のことはあの子には伝えないことにします
Oh, but if she does remember and then she gets blind, wouldn't she be really pissed? Like more pissed than sad because we didn't tell her? Whatever. I can respect that. Though there would be some who would call that indecisive.
いいえそのようなことはございません私に選ばせてくださったことに感謝しております
Oh, the little bow. Michiru bowed deeply to me. Okay, it wasn't little. Her mind was made up.
こうなってよかったとは思いませんしこうなればとは願いませんですが私は今の私を嫌うほどではありませんし不幸を嘆くほどでもありませんどちらでも幸せな未来をつかめるのだとするならばあの子はあの子自身で未来を選ぶべきでしょう
Like, you being blind, honestly, right now, non-factor. You've become an amazing person regardless, so...
何より私が教えても意味がありませんから
Michiru showed me a childish smile.
助言ができるとしたらあの子の兄様だけでしょう
I don't think that's a good idea. Just as he did for me. Such was the unconvinced thought apparent in her gaze. Well, I just hope he's a dependable kind of big brother.
それはもちろんあの子にとっては最大の味方ですからね
Even though, kind of derpy at times.
どんなに険しい道でも兄様が手を引いてくださるなら幸福な旅路になりましょう逆に兄様がいないのでしたらおそらく一人で歩くことはできないでしょうね
Oh yeah, that would have been so depressing if she didn't actually have me and it was just all over. That, oh
私
god.
から結末を告げても幸せな未来が待っていると告げても視力を失うかもしれないという恐怖を失った後の絶望を大丈夫などという言葉で振り払えるはずがありませんその過程を歩まなければ真実すべてを理解することはできませんからむしろ失明を回避する方法がわからないのでは不安を煽る結果にしかならないでしょうし
Were we? I don't remember, but were we ever truly like? Do we ever get a true explanation as to how she lost her eyesight? I don't remember. Wasn't it some kind of like illness that day? I don't remember. Guys, if you could, well, if it's explained later, then don't tell me. But if it was explained already, then tell me, because I honestly, for life, can't remember. So much has fucking happened. She was undoubtedly right about that. If we told little Michiru about losing her sight, every passing day would only build up more and more fear of that event. And fear in itself has never solved anything. I knew that, because I'd seen so with my own eyes. Having to face the day it did happen, and having to watch Michiru shut herself away from the world. It was for those reasons that I decided I needed to do something to help her. For seeing Michiru wallowing in her despair compelled me to want to make her happy.
私が未来を諦めずに済んだのは兄様がいたからです。未来にどんな不安があろうとも兄様さえいてくださるのならと。あの時に兄様を信じたからこそ今の私は幸せになれたのです。
Oh, God. She deserves all of our love. All of it. I had been charmed by Michiru. Her eyes shone like the moonlight as she looked completely through me. I couldn't look away, but it wasn't all that easy to look directly into her eyes either. I don't remember doing anything that great. All I could do was take a deep breath and downplay her compliment. Otherwise, I might have lost myself within those words, which made my heart beat faster within my chest.
照れなくてもよろしいのに。
She can sense your heartbeat. I'm not embarrassed. Ah, damn it. Isn't the evening breeze supposed to be cooling me off? Help. I was happy to help Michiru work through her own problems, but now I'd gained a new problem of my own in their stead.
兄様、あまり悩みすぎないでくださいね。
She saw right through me, as she tends to
私
do.
たちはただあの子がここで安心して過ごせるようにしていましょう。未来のことはあの子の大事な人にお任せしましょう。
I guess you're right. Then I'll do just that. I'll just focus on making her happy for the time being.
そうですね。ですが私のことも見ていてくださいね。
So, just in case you guys were wondering, there might be a very subtle, slight cut, because the game decided to fucking go auto on itself, even though I didn't click anything or move the mouse or do anything, because this game is fucking against me now. I wouldn't dream of forgetting that. I'm pretty sure you just said I'm the only one who can make you happy after all, huh? I can't respond to all your feelings just yet, but I intend to do what I can, you know, things and stuff.
ありがとうございます。
The flushed redness of Michiru's face was plainly visible in the moonlight. By the same token, Michiru was no doubt aware of how intensely my heart was pounding as she snuggled closer to me because she's fucking can sense heartbeats and shit.
兄様が答えをくださるまでいつまでも待ちますからね。
Oh, God, Michiru, why?
兄様とこうしていられるのなら待つ時間も幸せですから。
Me too. Just being with you makes me happy. Oh, it felt good to know that we were finally sharing our true feelings. It was a warm, comfortable feeling. For a long while, I simply held Michiru tight as she rested her head on my chest. And then we faded into the darkness and fell asleep, maybe. Is it yup, there it is. Oh, now I'm in my room. One early morning weekend day, I realized once again that I had developed quite the persistent habit of waking up early. Ew. I always had Dee Dee coming to wake me up, Michiru barging into my room, or little Michiru pouncing on me before my alarm could go off. God damn it. Putting aside the first two, I know very well why little Michiru did that. Since the weekdays are school days, that means little Michiru has to be alone for a longer time. So she wants to increase the time she could spend with me, though she might not realize that herself. That was partly why I wanted to spend as much time together with little Michiru as I could possible on the weekends. Though I couldn't leave Michiru out of it. Not like I had any intention of doing so, that'd be mean. Hence why I needed to make time for all three of us to go hanging out together. Is it the weekend now? As a result of all that thinking, I ended up coming with the idea of all three of us going on a picnic. Oh, look at her hat. Okay, yeah, so it is the weekend. Hey, you two! You aren't forgetting anything, right?
ないよ。
You better not be forgetting nothing.
はい、大丈夫です。
I'll be really upset if you are. Little Michiru answered cheerfully while wearing the hat I bought her for the previous day, while Michiru gave a gentle smile in response. They had different ways of showing their excitement, but I could tell they were both looking forward to this
ご
excursion.
主人様、お戻りは何時頃でしょうか。
Probably really late at night. It's fine, Dee Dee. Don't worry about it. We'll be back by dinner time. See, you can start preparing things at the usual
お
time.
任せください。留守はしっかりと守っておきます。
Why is Dee Dee like our personal head maid?
ここは私に任せていってください。
Like she's gone up in ranks.
ディーディー、大丈夫かな。
まあ他の使用人がいるから大丈夫でしょ。
Man, you guys are really alike. Your thoughts match up perfectly, though I do understand your concern. Dee Dee wasn't participating this time. She told us that she was just doing her job as a maid, but I knew the real reason. She was being considerate by allowing the three of us to spend time together. I felt bad about leaving her out of it, but I decided it was better to just appreciate the thought this time. Anyway, let's get going. You can call us if you need anything. Goodbye. See you
かし
later.
こまりました。それでは行ってらっしゃいませ。みちるも楽しんできてくださいね。ディーディーにお土産買ってくるね。
Present? We're going on a picnic, not a shopping trip. It's different. And how are you gonna get a present? You just gonna grab a rock off the ground? And little Michiru energetically waved goodbye and then held her hand out for me to take. I took her own small hand in one of my hands while adjusting the heavy bag of packed lunches I carried on my shoulder with the other. Oh god.
兄様、失礼しますね。
Michiru, help. Go ahead. I held out my arm to Michiru and she latched on tight, pressing it to her chest. Please stop. I felt a bit cramped, but this was necessary to keep them both safe. This little outing we were going on today began when Michiru said she wanted to spend the day with me. Little Michiru wanted to go play somewhere and Dee Dee offered to cook, so I asked Michiru what we could all do together. As a result, we decided to show little Michiru around town, then go on a picnic. Oh, okay, so that's how we'll get a present. Present for Dee Dee.
ねえねえ、みちる。あれってモノレールだよね。
It's the best damn monorail you ever seen. Oh god.
あれがどれを指しているのかわかりませんが、モノレール乗り場には向かっていますね。
She is. Why don't we start out by taking a little ride around town on it?
本当？私モノレール乗るの初めて。
Is the monorail free to just fucking go on? Because if that's the case, fucking great.
あら、そうなのですか？
Also, that's kind of... Oh, so the monorail wouldn't have been built in that time? Wait a
み
minute.
ちる、楽しいからといってはしゃいではいけませんよ。
そのくらいわかってるよ。お行儀よくちゃんと乗れるもん。
You better, because I don't like screaming kids on the fucking monorail. You're a good girl, little Michiru, so we don't have to worry about that. God damn it. When did Michiru first ride the monorail? I certainly remembered the most important events in her life, but I couldn't really remember something as so relatively trivial as that.
兄様私もお行儀よくモノレールに乗れますよ
God, I hope so. That goes without saying, doesn't it? You're seriously gonna compete with the kid over that?
ブー
Quit pouting. Did your mental age suddenly plummet once she showed up or
お
something?
行儀がいいだけでなく大和なでしこのように取り繕えますのに
Jesus Christ. Michiru, why? Michiru, stop. You don't even have to try to give people that impression. At least you do when you're not crawling all over me.
でしたら兄様そんなできた妹に一つ
Fine. Well, she certainly was making an effort and all. You're a good girl, Michiru, even with all you have on your plate. You still have an effort to look after little Michiru. Instantly attracted. Good girl. Good girl. You're such a good little sister. Fucking both of them, I swear to God. There. You're adorable, Michiru.
兄様私幸せです
You see the anger in little Michiru's eyes? Like, hey, bitch! I'm here too, you know. Perhaps because I praised her in a different way than she expected, she looked quite dumbfounded at first before breaking out into a smile. That expression didn't belong to the peaceful, graceful, mature girl from Michiru, whom Michiru tried to be in public, and it didn't belong to the Michiru who was madly in love with me either. Her innermost self shone through for just a moment, and in that moment her natural loveliness seemed to sweep me off my feet.
あ
Oh. Poke. What is it, little
ー
Michiru?
次は私ね
Oh my god, is this all the day's gonna be?
でしたら私はその次に
You already got your turn.
その後私
Oh, god damn it, it is all it's gonna be today. Aren't they just going around in circles? God damn it, let's just ride this fucking thing. Thanks to all that, it took us 3 times longer than usual for us to get to the monorail station. I guess we really do have to show both of my sisters the same exact amount of love or else they'll go nuts.
ねえレイいい匂いするね
Oh, you mean that store? Something smells sweet.
美味しそうだね
Let's buy it, whatever it is. I don't care. I want to eat it.
二人ともまだおやつには早いですよ
Bruh, it is never too early for dessert. You can have dessert before breakfast. Wait. Ugh. Michiru laughing at me was embarrassing enough, but having the same feelings on the matter as a little Michiru child was even more embarrassing.
それじゃあ後で買ってくれる
We can sneak away and buy something else. She will never know we're gone. Actually, she would. She can sense your fear.
だそうですよ兄様
Fine by me. We promised to get Dee Dee a present too. Actually, we didn't. You did, little Michiru. So we'll be getting something on the way home.
やったーお土産
Oh my dear lord, she is the cutest thing in the fucking universe. Little Michiru, who was still holding my hand, waved her other arm in the air happily. I thought Michiru would tell her to quiet down, but she seemed to be having fun. But little Michiru, before that, we need to get on the monorail, alright?
忘れてないよ公園にピクニックに行くんだもんほーら二人とも早く行こうよ
We're like one big happy family. Very dysfunctional family. She pulled on my hand, but she definitely couldn't pull me along or anything. Hey! Little Michiru, cut it out!
みちる走ってはいけませんよ
Running's bad for you, especially when you're going to some place you never knew. I held onto her hand such that she couldn't run off as Michiru gently chastised her.
人が多い場所ではしゃぐと誰かにぶつかって迷惑をかけてしまいますから
Yeah, and then they'll be like, Oi, girlie, what are you doing here? Oh no, help, run, read, why?
それにあなたも 転んで怪我をしてしまいますよ。
ごめんなさい。
Fucking little Michiru's learning life lessons here.
いいのですよ。次から気をつけましょうね。
If she perceives all this as a dream when she goes back, this is one hell of a long dream.
では、兄様と手をつなぎましょう。
ぎゅー。
Oh wow, Michiru's acting like her guardian. She must look like a responsible big sister to other people. A mature young woman, taking care of her little sister. She might even look like a motherly figure to some. Ah? Michiru stepped in right when I was about to say something to little Michiru, so instead I just watched how they interacted.
兄様、どうかなさいました？
I was just thinking, you're acting like a good old big sister or something to her.
でしたら、兄様も私の弟になりますか？
No. I'm the big one around here. I'll settle for being the older brother, thanks. I wouldn't want you to spoil me or anything. Or do anything weird.
恥ずかしがらなくてもいいのですよ。兄様が弟でしたら、私が勉強も見てあげられますし。
That's not fun.
ちなみに、私の得意教科は、
God damn it. I should have known this was going somewhere. I want you to... I want to be your big brother so that I can protect you. You're my precious little sister after all.
兄様ったら、お上手ですね。紹介されては照れてしまいます。これは責任を取って処女をもらっていただかなくてはいけませんね。
We're in public, woman. She does not care. Michiru seductively moved her body closer to me, but she showed a little more restraint than usual, because child. Maybe she was doing that because little Michiru was around. As that thought crossed my mind, I gently embraced her. Oh! I won't do that. When I said you're my precious little sister, I meant it.
もう最近の兄様には余裕がありすぎて困ってしまいます。
We're like shattering all her plans. I'm not that confident. You just really make my heart race when you try to get me all flustered.
そうやって言ってしまえるところが余裕というのです。
What? Hey, Michiru, stop tickling me! Michiru teased me with the tips of her slender fingers. She may have been... Wait, what? She may have been writhing letters with her... What? But nothing good would come of paying attention to what she was writing.
2人だけずるい。私もギュッてする。
This is how it's gonna be. All damn day. Oh, that's right, sure. As little Michiru tried to push her way in from the other side, I wrapped my arm around her as well. I brushed little Michiru's hair as she nuzzled her face into my shirt.
兄様はミチルが来てから大人びてきたように思えます。
Well, I kinda have to be. I got 2 immature fucking sisters to take care of. Really? I don't think I'm acting any differently. In fact, haven't you been acting more mature lately? I think you've been acting much cuter since little Michiru arrived. Just saying. In some ways, Michiru was also acting more childish, but that was just part of the
だ
charm.
としたらきっと恋のライバルが現れたからですね。
That moment you think a child is a rival? God damn it. Come on! Aren't you both my little sisters? You don't need to view each other as rivals. Little Michiru treated Michiru like a rival too, but they were both misunderstanding my feelings for them. I was completely serious when I told Michiru she was cute, but she really was acting more mature as well. People say that a woman becomes even more beautiful when she falls in love, but perhaps a woman's maternal instincts can have a similar effect.
それはつまり他の女性と張り合わなくても大丈夫ということでしょうか。
At the very least, I don't have any other girls in my life that I want to start dating, so that's something, right?
そこは私以外にとつけてくださっても構いませんのに。
Oh, that would have been great! Michiru's mouth curled into a bashful smile, and then she pressed her body into me again. I could feel her breast pressing up against my arm, but at that moment, her smile was that I found most attractive. How you like it? You like the background moving? You like the little handrails moving around? It's been great. After Michiru chastised her for running around too much, little Michiru calmed the fuck down. Though perhaps the reason she wasn't running around was simply because the weather outside was so beautiful.
ねえみちる、お家ってあそこだよね。
あそこと言われても私には分かりませんから兄様に聞いてくださいね。
It's like, I'm blind? God damn it.
レイ、
Oh yeah, you're right.
大きいんだね。
Our house is fucking huge, we're rich.
みちる、屋外でそういったことを口にしてはいけませんよ。はしたないですから。
Yeah, someone shouldn't be talking. You could have done without tacking on that last part, you know.
おしとやかな女性を目指すのでしたらもう少し声を抑えましょうね。
はーい。
Jesus. I'd appreciate it if you paid heed not just to your voice, but what you say with it as well. Michiru would say naughty things like that every now and then, but thankfully they always soared right over little Michiru's head, preventing the conversation from getting derailed. My little sister, in times gone by, was a pure and innocent little angel after all. I still think she's cute, I really do, but sometimes she can say rather improper things, not befitting of a woman such as her.
ねえレイ、あっちの建物は何？
That's the park, though it's not really a building, that's the monument. It's like the main landmark of the city. Thanks to the lovely weather, I can make out all the fine details of the scenery in the distance. Had it been raining today, little Michiru would have been disappointed that we couldn't go see what she was pointing at.
それじゃあ今日はあそこで遊ぶんだよね。
Oh, well, that's right. We were gonna have lunch in the park and all.
わあ、楽しみだね。
Fucking excited, man.
みちるは食いしん坊ですね。
お弁当じゃないよ。公園でレイとかけっこする約束してるからだもん。
But the food is also a plus. Don't fucking knock the food.
ではたくさん遊んでお腹を空かせましょうね。
Michiru had acted childish before, but this time she was exuding the proper confidence of an elder sister. That confidence was very different from the calm, collected image she put on at school. And she wasn't just acting like that owing to the age difference either. Her attitude also stemmed from the fact that these two girls knew each other so damn well. I felt the warmth of the sunlight streaming in through the windows while listening to Michiru's cheerful voice. It was heartwarming. It was a heartwarming, pleasant combination of sights and sounds.
レイまで笑ってる。
I'm always laughing at you. Don't judge me. No. I'm not making fun of you, alright? I'm just happy to see my little sisters getting along so well. Normally, Michiru was on the receiving end of being spoiled, but now it seemed she was dishing it out quite well to little Michiru.
私は妹から脱却したいのですが。
Jesus Christ. No matter what happens, you'll always be my little sister. Though that didn't mean she couldn't become something on top of that as well. Whew. That conversation went over for the next hour. We sat on the monorail watching the scenery go by, and made plans for the rest of the day. Little Michiru seemed interested when we mentioned the shopping district, so we promised to go there the following day. After that, the three of us held hands and walked in the direction of the park, though little Michiru kept dragging us off to look at everything that caught her interest. But you know what? There ain't nothing wrong with that. Kids will be kids, and, well,
広い。
see? Kids will be kids.